E aí, galera do YouTube, tudo bom? Aqui tá tudo bom também. Estamos de volta aqui com The Witcher 2 Assassin of Kings. Nós vamos pegar aqui a lança para fazer a quebra de maldição lá do rei, beleza? Mas antes de prosseguir, curta, comente, compartilhe com seus amigos e se inscreva no canal aí para me ajudar. Partiu, mano!
Good to see you, you old rogue.
Why the long face, Sultan?
Never think I'd suppose you have any vodka?
Might have.
Wonderful. Life without old mates and booze is like a woman without a rump.
If you need a change of climate, come with me. I'm on my way to Vergen.
You say that as if you're going to the brothel round the corner. Forgetting about the spectres?
I may have amnesia, but I remember the curse.
Well, all I get around here is non-human midget and the like. And I've dwarven brethren on that side. Sure as shit, I'll take Saskia over that prick Hensel too. You really willing to help me cross?
Of course.
You know, Geralt, I have a feeling that Vergen's where I should be.
I get you. Let's go.
How do you plan to get through the fog? Thought it was suicide to venture into it.
Deathmold gave me a protective amulet.
Throw it out! I wouldn't touch anything belonging to that dick.
I had a choice. Navigate the fog with an amulet or without it. Seemed safer with.
You're the expert on that magic shite, I guess?
Just trust me and stay close.
Oh, what the hell. Better the devil you know. I'll come with you.
Vamos lá, Zoltan. O Zoltan vai com a gente, mano. O Zoltan é camarada, velho. Up, por aqui.
I can't wait to have some proper air instead of that piss water they drink in the Kidwini camp. Thanks again, Geralt.
Vamos lá, mano. Atravessar essa névoa do capeta. E olha lá.
I see the path. The amulet is guiding it. Damn monsters.
Já atravessamos, Fê. É assim, rapidão, tá ligado?
Never again. Fucking fog.
Look at it this way. You'll be able to brag about seeing the ghostly fog from the inside for the rest of your life.
I'd rather brag about how I ploughed 3 wenches at once in my youth. Edon! Stop! You're making a mistake!
A mistake? Interesting. There's a war on, don't know if you've noticed. And wars are won by killing foes. Or do I have it all wrong?
The Witcher's a messenger. On his way to see Saskia.
Not your typical messenger.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but we had to pass through an atypical fog in which your typical messenger would have shit just before he...
Enough! We'll not let you inside Vergen. But you can deliver your message to the commander of the watch. He's stationed by the town gates.
plowing, typical elf. Come on, Geralt.
Tá bom. Tchau. Tchau, elfos. Elfos maletas. Maletas demais, esses elfos. Posso falar uma coisa pra vocês? A versão no qual eu vou com o Scoia'tael, que é com o Iorveth, ao invés de com o Vernon Roche, é muito mais da hora.
Don't bother me.
Ah, desculpa.
Why, it's Geralt of Rivia and Zoltan Chive. Pinch me, Burden, for I believe I've dozed off while on duty.
Could be an illusion, eh? Or some spectres from the battlefield have lost their way. Maybe we ought to tickle them with an axe, just to be sure.
I'm afraid there's no mage out there who can conjure up the Witcher's mug, nor the aroma of Zoltan's beer-soaked beard.
Hehe.
Yarpin Zigrin! Lice eat me if I'm not delighted to see that horrid mug of yours.
Nossa.
This lad here's scaling Burden. Geralt, what are you doing standing there as if you've swallowed a halberd? Got a hug for an old mate?
Greetings. Triss has told me a lot about you.
Wee Merigold? Ha! How is the lass? Let me tell you, Scalen, this here Witcher's the very embodiment of chivalry. All the Selkirks of the world can't hold a candle to him. And you know why?
No, but I got a feeling we're about to find out.
I'm afraid we're in too big a hurry to stop and reminisce. We're here on important business. I have to see Saskia.
To what end?
To dispel the mist of wraiths, I need a few magic artifacts.
What's Saskia got to do with that?
Her sword is one of those items.
And what do you suggest I do? Yorvith and Saskia banned us from letting strangers in, and here are two old mates come over from the other side who want just that. A lose-lose situation if ever I've seen one. That ought to be easy to get around. Cow pies ought to be easy to get around, yet we don't always succeed. I'm staying here, Yarpen. I want to join you, enlist. Will you have me in the Dwarven Brigade? Will I have you, Chiefy? Will I plough and have you? Why, I'll make you fucking commander, you cocksucker! Problem solved. Scalen, you're my witness. Zoltan's no longer a stranger.
Aha.
All right. Now I'll introduce you to Saskia, and you can try to clarify the story with a sword for her. Or whatnot. Don't you fret about the sword, Geralt. I promise to ascend to the fucking heights of oratory. Be soft as a mink, cautious as a novice strumpet. I'll get you that blade if I have to shave my beard off. All right then. See that, Scalen? We were headed for a tragedy.
Now we're headed for a comedy.
Ah, youth these days, lacking hope and heart. You know what Zoltan and I saw at Brenna, lad? To us, there's no such thing as the impossible.
Triss could be somewhere in this area.
The plague. I've not seen her 5 years, must be. Since that day they proclaimed you dead. Last saw her in Rivia, in any case.
From what I've been able to establish, the Kingslayer forced her to teleport the two of them to this area, and she's not on the other side of the fog.
What did this Kingslayer look like?
A huge, bald witcher. Wears a medallion with a snake on it.
Sorry, Geralt. Doesn't even ring the tiniest bell, any of that.
I might know something. This drunk in Vergen claims he saw a redhead fall from the sky somewhere among the ravines. And then he said the sorceress Philippa Eilhart came around looking for this woman.
Shriveled old minx.
Sirigaita,
She
velho.
sent her servant and some peasants to the ravines after her. But they came back empty-handed. Now Philippa's servant maid's gone, leaving the sorceress angry as a wasp. She even turned one of the plebs into a pig. I spoke to one of those peasants. He claims the lass was no servant, but an Nilfgaardian agent. And she apparently found something in those ravines. Maybe it was Triss. And maybe it was that witcher. Mara Milehart, or the old minx as Yarpen calls her. Knows she's been duped and can't forgive herself for it.
Did the woman flee south, deeper into Edirn?
Fucking hell! She came out the main gate not more than an hour ago, headed straight for the fog. Thought she might be out to do some magic probing or whatnot.
She knew a bit of magic. She might have crossed.
I guess I need to visit Shillard when I get back. Any idea where I might find the Dun banner?
Try the Netherworld. The whole unit was cut down during the battle 3 years ago.
I meant the unit's standard, which symbolizes death.
Ah, that makes it a lot easier. We buried it with the remains of the Kedwenis.
Where?
Just outside Vergen. I'll mark it on your map as the road could get confusing. Strange things are afoot in those crypts, Witcher. Kedweni ghosts scaring off our folk. That would be normal since they were invaders. But one's some kind of amateur historian, asking all that venture there about the battle and the Dun banner.
I'll look into it. Thanks. How's Yorvith? Any chance I might run into him?
Minimal. He follows Saskia around like a once-neglected pup. Eyes on her at all times.
At least the lass is well protected. What do you seek from Yorvith? Last I heard, you weren't exactly chummy.
You heard right. But when I last saw him in Flotsam, he had something I need to lift the curse.
Even if you see him, I doubt he'll give you anything out of the kindness of his heart. Perhaps Saskia can convince him?
Guess I don't have much of a choice. It's nice to talk to you all, but we've got things to do.
Ah, that's life. Open the gate. I've got to fetch me a certain sword.
Wait a minute. If by some miracle you obtain that cursed blade, I'd advise you not to parade it out the main gate past the squirrels.
Got another solution?
There's another passage. I'll mark it in the Witcher's map and show you myself. Sound all right to you?
It does. In the meantime, I'll look around for that flag.
Prime, I'd say.
Off we go then.
Tá, aqui não é. Eu queria falar com o Yorvith sobre a Morel. Sabe? Peraí, deixa eu ver um negócio. É pra cá mesmo, então. Ali acho que é a saída. cara tava querendo me matar. Você tá de tiração, meu irmãozinho. Opa! Meu Deus, quanto neck! Meu Deus, quanto coração de neck! Olha isso, velho! Caraca, mano! Acabou? Acabou. Olha isso, velho. Meu Deus. É aqui, ó, a entrada das catacumbas. Vou até pegar minha espada. O negócio aqui vai ser tenso, mano. É lá no último. Ou é aqui? Ah, sei lá, velho. Vamos escolher aqui, tem que colocar o Ard. Arde, não igne, amore. Usa aqui. Daí usa aqui. Daí usa aqui. Daí usa aqui. Agora troca pro igne de novo. Vamos lá, mano. Procurar esse standard aí. Olha lá. Ai. Essência de morte. Nossa, vem outra coisa não ser essência de morte nessa porcaria? Nossa, que tristeza, mano. Tá, ali não tem nada, aqui não tem nada. É aqui então, mano. Opa! Oh. O que tem aqui? Nada. Tem alguma coisa? Ia!
Who are you, and what do you seek?
Geralt of Rivia. I seek the standard of the Dun Banner. Who are you?
Eckhart Hennessy, ensign and color-bearer of the Dun Banner, the best force to issue from the land of Kedwen.
Go back where you belong, corpse.
Peguei. Tá, agora a lança eu não sei como vai ser, mano. Tem que falar com a Saskia, velho, mas a Saskia... Consiga a ponta da lança, a espada, tá com ela. Eu preciso da ponta da lança, entendeu? Só que não tá aqui o Breguenite, só se estiver naquele lugar lá estranho. Deixa eu ver. É, mano, tá aqui, ó. Tá aqui na PQP de PQs. Na PQP de QPs. Aqui tem umas arpias às vezes, mano. Uma delas me assustou uma vez, que é da fusta, mano. Vou dar 5, né? Acônito, mano, acônito, toda vez que eu leio a palavra acônito eu lembro do Harry Potter, velho. O primeiro, que o Snape pergunta pra ele qual a diferença do acônito tal e o outro tipo de acônito. Vou guardar a espada, né, mano? Não é lugar de usar a espada. Aí, vamos. Periferia de Vernon. Eu não posso passar por aqui, não? Posso, né? Valeu. Ah, eu tenho que... Pera. É, eu tenho que descer, tenho que dar a volta aqui. Dá licença. Ai. Sai de Geraldo. Geralt está incinerado. Tá tostadinho o Geraldo, mano. Tá pra cá que tá o Breguenite? Acho que é, né? É aqui mesmo. Porta destrancada. Túnel dos fundadores. Que escuridão da porra. Ah, guerreiro mestre. Já começou cedo assim já essa porcaria, mano? Essa patifaria. Vai se ferrar, tá ligado? Ué? Ah, por aqui. Nossa, mano, o que tem lá embaixo? Tá brilhando. Tchau. Tchau. Ah, vocês estão mexendo muito fácil. Pronto, tchau. Porquinho. Orange. O anão. Cadê o bagulho? Ué, velho. Não é por aqui, não? Eu vi o lugar errado? Ah, pare, vá. Ah, mano. Tá, cheguemos aqui. Oi, bichão. Morre aí na moral. Meu Deus, matou o anãozinho, cara. Chave da catacumba, velho. Meu Deus, mano, o bichão matou o anãozinho. Que dó. É um droger da puta. Achei. tu, rapaz. Ixi, tá com a Saskia, mano.
Zoltan, you were supposed to bring the sword.
I failed, Geralt.
That was not the best idea, Witcher. Dwarves are poor liars in general, and that's especially true of this one.
You know everything you need to know?
Yes. You need the weapon to lift the curse from Henselt and free the souls of the fallen.
Milady, I know you're at war with Henselt, but the curse threatens Vergen as well. It's a field of uncontrollable magic energy.
No need to exert yourself. I know this. The sword shall be yours.
Just like that?
Yes. I'm glad to help and thank you on behalf of the Vergenes, the souls of whose loved ones will finally be granted the peace they have so long deserved.
Milady.
I am no lady. My name is Saskia.
Saskia, I'll need some time to lift the curse, enough for you to fall back. The Scoia'tael and peasants can't hope to defeat a professional army in open battle. Withdraw deeper into Edirn.
You underestimate them.
Looking to be another Ellerin? Do you want them to die with your name on their lips? You know that's what'll happen if there's a fight. The fighters will die quick deaths, but then Henselt's men will enter the town. They'll spare no one. They'll kill the men, rape the women, turn the beautiful ones into slaves, and torture the rest to death.
I have seen conquered cities and know the risks. Why do you aid Henselt? Why do you risk your life to lift this curse?
It's not up to me to judge rulers, good or bad. If there's a curse, it needs to be dispelled. Not much room for politics or moral judgment.
Yes, I know. You're a hero. Folk tell stories about you in taverns, and troubadours describe your adventures in poems. But you've never known the whip. Your children have never lost hands for stealing apples. You know not how it is to serve at a heavily laden feast table while your family awaits famished at home. You fail to understand me, for you make no moral judgments. I have no such restrictions, and can thus warn you that Henselt is scum. Be cautious, take care of yourself and your friends. And I'll not heed your advice. We'll not flee, we'll not surrender.
Farewell, Saskia.
Farewell, Witcher. And know that I hope never to have to face you in battle.
You can be sure of that, Saskia. I only fight monsters.
See ya, you old prick. Don't let them kidwinize you, and don't get killed.
That goes for you too, Zoltan. Farewell to you both.
Saskia, I forgot one wee thing. Geralt wishes to meet with Yorvith. He's got dealings with the elf.
I need the head of the spear used to finish off Sabrina as she uttered the curse. Yorvith had it when we ran into each other in Flotsam.
He lost it playing dice. Scalen now has the spearhead. The young Burden is a gambler, an addict. And perhaps Vergen's top sharp. You should speak to him.
Yorvith put that spearhead up as a bet?
When it comes to getting folk to sit down to a game of poker, Scalen can be convincing. His pack is bulging with treasures. You'd be surprised. All won at dice.
I won't need convincing. We'll see how he does against me. Farewell to you both.
Ai, sair de subterrâneo, lixo. Tá, tem que jogar com o Skell então. Eu tenho que voltar ali, porque ali tem um troll. E o troll parece que viu a Triss. Pelo menos uma outra versão, né? Quando a gente vem com o Yorvith pra cá. Que era a decisão que eu deveria ter tomado, sabe? Mas, né? Fui ao... Queria falar com o Yorvith. Falar sobre a Morrill. Né? A elfa lá, velho. Ele e o Cedric gostavam muito dela. É tu mesmo que eu quero falar.
I heard you have the head of Yorvith's spear.
I do indeed.
I could use that spearhead.
Not a chance in hell. It's my trophy. Won it off the greatest killer among elves. In certain circles, that makes me a hero.
What were you playing?
Dice poker.
I've rolled a few dice in my time.
Do I hear a challenge? I trust you'll not ask me for a handicap. Though I must warn you, I aim to be merciless. Curse or no curse.
Let's begin.
Eu vou postar 5 porque eu tô com pouco dinheiro. Tá, tô com um par só e ele tá com 2, merda. Agora eu tô com 2 pares. É!
You play like a true sharp. Almost like a cheat. But, true to my word, the spearhead's yours.
Thanks, Galen. I heard you have a few more interesting trinkets I could win off you.
I could find something.
Deixa eu ir embora, né?
Damn it!
Cadê a entrada dessa porcaria, mano? Aqui. Mano, pra onde que eu vou? Pra cá, eu acho. Não, daqui foi onde eu vi, mano. Cadê tudo, velho? Ah, ali. Aê! Vamos. Iti, que houve?
Good, you're here. The Nilfgaardians attacked us.
Any idea why?
They were loitering around here, staring into the fog as if waiting for something. I summoned Fen, Silas, and a few others, and told Vess to cover us from a distance while we went to talk to them. So I asked the black dogs courteously why they were gazing into the fog, as if the Emperor himself was about to emerge from it. No answer. But I can see the anger, knitted brows, faces reddening. And they start growling to each other in that dog's tongue of theirs. A woman came out of the mist, beautiful and barely alive. She dropped to the ground and a small object slipped from her hand. It was a jade figurine, no larger than a man's hand. If I didn't know it was impossible, I'd say it was Triss turned into a statuette.
It is possible. Artifact compression. Where's this woman?
I don't know. The girl growled at the soldiers and all hell broke loose. The Black Ones jumped us and she ran off towards the camp.
I need to follow her.
We're going with you. Fall in!
Isso aí, Vernon Roche. Como assim, mano? Fizeram isso com a minha Triss. A minha princesinha Triss. E aí, seus arrombados? Que ideia errada essa aí, mano?
Greetings, Master.
We're too late.
Is the Percival ready to sail?
It is. But they will not let us go. Henselt has plans of his own.
I couldn't give a shit about Henselt. Shillard has Triss, and I need to save her.
It's not an option. They'll not let us sail until you lift the curse. And we've no chance of catching the Nilfgaardians on foot. If they wanted to kill her, she'd be dead already. Besides which, we know where they've gone. Loch Muin, Witcher. The monarchs and mages are to meet and decide the fate of the known world. You will find Triss there, I promise.
Ah, tristeza, viu? Vamos lá acabar com essa maldição então, mano, vai. Hey, Henselt!
King Henselt awaits you, Richard.
Oi, hey.
At last. Have you got Sabrina's spear?
Not only that, I've got all 3 artifacts.
You won't regret it. Let's do some magic.
Vamos quebrar la maldición.
She died here.
And piston shat as she did.
Evil place. You can feel it in the air. Those candles don't help any either.
They've gone mad. Someone said the bitch died a martyr and now the common folk burn candles for her.
I have to observe this place from a distance.
During the execution, I was on that hill. I'll show you.
Ali.
Flat area. That's good.
Are you concerned for your feet?
Your Majesty, you need to draw runic protective signs around the stake.
Magic signs are the domain of witches, not kings. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's important that you draw the circle yourself, Your Majesty.
Important for whom?
It was your death Sabrina foretold, so who do you think?
All right. Tell me what we do.
To lift the curse, we have to reenact the events from 3 years ago.
How do you wish to do that if half of those involved lie rotten with the worms?
It's about the energy of that time. The energy of the woman who cast the curse combined with the energy of its victim. When you get the runic signs right, Sabrina's ghost will appear.
Bring the bitch to life. It'll be a pleasure to put my spear in her.
Remember to stab her in exactly the same spot as that soldier did, but earlier this time, before the sorceress completes the curse.
I'll look for the hole. But how am I to know when?
When you realize that the curse concerns you. But be ready, she may use a different name.
Is that all?
For you. Then I take over. Spectres might appear during the exorcism.
Might or will?
It depends on Sabrina's aura in the spirit world.
I'll wager ghosts loathe the cunt. Let's get it over with. Tell me what I am to draw.
You have to go down there, Your Majesty.
What about you?
I'll guide you. I have a good view from up here.
Tá, eu tenho que fazer igual. Tá, como é que eu vou fazer isso, véi? Acho que eu vou ter que seguir na ordem.
Go towards the pixie ring, Your Majesty. I must have got it wrong, sire. We need to start again. Head towards the black candles, Your Majesty. I must have got it wrong, sire. Now towards the burnt tree. I must have got it wrong, sire. We need to start again. Now go towards the goat skull, Your Majesty. I must have got it wrong, sire. We need to start again.
Meu Deus, Geraldo, pera aí, vou pensar aqui, mano. Calma aí. Calma aí, velho. Toda calma nesse mundo. Vamos tentar o cadáver do corvo.
Find the raven's corpse, Your Majesty. I must have got it wrong, sire. We need to start again.
Leite azedo?
Now spread the powder and head for the stone bowl.
Tá. Deixa eu ver. Não, vá até o. Vá até o pão petrificado.
Pour the powder towards the petrified bread loaf, Your Majesty. I must have got it wrong.
Tá, leite azedo.
Now spread the powder and head for the stone bowl.
Daí agora vá até. Vá até a árvore queimada.
Now towards the burnt tree. I must have got it wrong, sire. We need to start again.
Vai.
Now spread the powder and head for the stone bowl.
Se for até a vela.
Head towards the black candles, Your Majesty. I must have got it wrong, sire. We need to start again.
Meu Deus. Vamos tentar esse.
Now spread the powder and head for the stone bowl.
Esse.
Find the raven's corpse, Your Majesty.
Uhul. Árvore queimada. Achei o tutorial aqui.
Now towards the burnt tree.
Cadê a cabra?
Now go towards the goat skull, Your Majesty.
Velas negras.
Head towards the black candles, Your Majesty.
Daí. Pão.
Pour the powder towards the petrified bread loaf, Your Majesty.
O símbolo parece do Watch Dogs, mano. Igualzinho o desenho do cachorro.
Go towards the pixie ring, Your Majesty. Sire, form a large, even circle at a good distance from the pyre.
It's turned out beautifully. Pity the wind will soon scatter it.
The evil power of the curse came from the fire. Fire's a hard element to tame, and this one had added potency. It consumed the body of the one casting the curse.
Enough of these phantasmagorias. Look at my boots.
Stay in the circle, Your Majesty.
The powder reeks of dwarven dung.
Não é assim? Não? Ah, tem que lançar aqui, ó. Aê!
Begun. You have some brave soldiers, Your Majesty.
They're scared of ghosts, as we all are. Curses, there's hundreds of them!
Calm down, Your Majesty. We're protected by the magic runes. The ghosts won't get past the barrier.
I'm not afraid of people, but those plowing creatures have begun to bother me.
You're safe if you stay within the runes.
What should I do?
When the sorceress calls your name, you have to show mercy and end her suffering with the spear. Broken the circle. Spectres could get through.
What shall we do?
I'll take care of them. You finish the exorcism, Your Majesty.
Curse you, Henselt!
Shit, you stink.
By blood and fire! Let it be so by blood and fire! And work its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules.
Now, Your Majesty. It worked.
Are you sure?
All I can say for sure is that a dwarf can pass between a troll's legs, even on tiptoe. But I think it went well.
Good. For me and for you. But all the worse for Edern.
You owe your freedom from the curse to Saskia's generosity. You should send a delegation to thank her, Your Majesty.
I'll thank her in person once you disperse the fog of spectres from the battlefield.
That'll be much harder.
I have faith in you, and faith can move mountains.
Funny you say that. I need an artifact symbolizing faith.
Yes, Deathmold told me. I'll give you the medallion. First, I must have a drink. Come to my tent. I'll roll out my best wine. You deserve it!
Subir de nível, vamos ver. 5 talentos. Vamos pegar. Aqui dá pra eu pôr um mutagênico. Vou pôr grande vitalidade. Não, poder menor. E. Yes! Nossa, agora sim, agora eu tô top. Tomar um vinho lá na ocorrência, né, mano? Por que não, né? Daí nós terminamos o vídeo. E a Vess? Será que tá por aqui a Vess? Falar com ela, mano. Ela é mó gente boa, tá ligado?
His mother comes and tells him the elder and the recruiter are coming for you. He was slaughtering pigs at the time.
Nossa, não tem outro diálogo. Puta tristeza, mano.
Super soldier serum, or what? I could buy you and yours. The king is occupied. Return after sundown.
Ah, desculpe. Digitar aqui então, né? Posso entrar?
The king is occupied. Return after sundown. Damn it! This is a brothel. I'm glad you're here. A messenger from Redania arrived this morning. Read.
The King of Redania, Radovid V, son of Vizima and Hedvig from Malior, the heir...
Get to the point.
The point is, it's not true that after the death of King Foltest, Temeria will be inherited. In truth, Foltest left a lawful heir.
Who is this heir?
Due to the tragic death of Prince Busi, his sister Anais will inherit the Temerian crown.
Witcher, you fought in the battles for the Lavalet's fortress. Tell me, how old is this princess?
She's too young to rule.
Remind me, who's her mother?
She is the king's daughter. Foltest wanted to recognize her as his own.
The Foltest I remember would never do that. If you counted all the bastards I begat, I could fill all the thrones of the north. What the hell's going on? Guards!
Who are they?
They wanted to kill me. Me! Ha! The scum. Witcher, we must talk. Deathmold said you needed this medallion. You saved my life, and I'm not nearly as ungrateful as some might say. You'll receive the pendant in due time.
Pity none could be taken alive.
Don't fret, Tanzaville. There are ways to make a dead man speak.
I know those methods. Necromancy is forbidden.
In the absence of the Council and the Conclave, it's hard to know what is forbidden. What would you say, Your Majesty?
I want to know everything. Plow that corpse if you have to. Do anything it takes.
Necromancy, Your Majesty, is a branch of magic.
I don't care. Do as you're told.
Count me out.
As the common folk say, be at ease, the woman's gone. I'll need your help, Witcher. You know where to find me.
It's never ending. I'm the bloody king, but she mumps and sulks like some common servant was trying to grope her.
Not every sorcerer is like Deathmold. Many don't like messing with corpses.
As long as she's in my camp, she'll do as I say. Go. Deathmold is probably biting his nails in anticipation.
Bom, galera, eu vou terminar este vídeo por aqui. Nos vemos no próximo episódio. Até mais!